You should get Lionel Sanders in it, because then at least I won't finish last.
Hey guys, we are back with another fantastic athlete. We're headed back to Europe for this one. Judging to his website, 14-time long course podium athlete, multiple Ironman wins in their top racing in Hawaii. So let's say hello to Joe Skipper.
Hi, hello everyone.
Where are you at the moment?
Norwich in England. It's not too bad. You're allowed out once a day for exercise and like to go to the supermarket and things like that. And then they say that you're only allowed out for essential trips, obviously apart from the exercise. So you can go out once and then like you can go out for as long as you want, but there's no time limit on it.
I had a bit of freedom today. It was my first walk to the supermarket in 3 days, so I had like 10 minutes of fresh air. But other than that, I'm really getting to know my apartment.
Yeah. Climbing the walls.
Literally climbing the walls.
The big problem is, because my girlfriend works in the hospital, is home DIY accidents. They're the most popular accidents now. And it's all the people that think, oh, I'm going to use this time to do my home up and do some DIY. They're all the people that end up in hospital in A&E.
Seriously? All right. Well, I'll good to know, but I'll still try not to get injured. How are you spending your day? So, like, obviously, okay, you can still go out, but there are certain limitations. Do you still have pools open?
Nah, all the pools are shut, so it's really it's impossible to swim. I ordered some of them elastic resistance band things, you know, what people have got, but I'm still actually yet to use them. But yeah, I probably should get them out and actually make the most of them. And then, but cycling, obviously, you can train like normal. You know, you can go out whatever, and if you wanted to, or you can go out on Zwift. I'm kind of mixing it up a bit at the moment, probably 50% indoors and 50% outdoors, depending on what I fancy or what the weather's like and everything. But I'm not one of them people that can really train indoors all the time. You know, you get some of them people that are like, you know, Lionel Sanders, every workout indoors. Like, I would go crazy if I did that, you know. So I'm trying to make the most of going outside in case we get a full lockdown like you guys, you know, because I know then that it's going to take a lot of motivation to actually ride in on the trainer for a month. And then running at the moment, obviously you can go out like normal, so you can go out and train a lot. I've ordered a treadmill as well, just in case we get a lock-in, so I can actually carry on running. I mean, I'm not training really, really hard because obviously I don't want to run the immune system down in case you get ill. And it's motivation-wise, it's quite hard to know what you're training for, because you don't know if you're going to be racing in like September, August, or if it might not be until the following March. So I'm kind of like pretending it's winter training, getting some decent sessions in and just trying to keep motivation up and just assume that I'll be racing in September kind of time. And if I am, that's great. And if not, then hopefully by September we should know whether or not we'll be racing next year. So ticking over, trying to do a couple of decent sessions a week and making sure I keep motivated really and don't burn out and run out of motivation when the racing does start.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, really. Have you figured out, you said you've got the elastics for the swimming, but you haven't used them yet. Have you figured out when you eventually use them, how you will use them? It's like, are you going to build one of those contraptions of beer cases and try to lie flat on them, or what's the idea there?
I just saw people using them and thought, oh, maybe I should do that. Thanks, guys, for the training session. Maybe I'll ask Lucy Charles. She's probably into all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll speak to you in 3 months' time and they'll still be in the box, like unopened.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll put it in the calendar, like, catch up with Joey. Let's see how the elastics do. Yeah, I saw one of Lucas, like, filling his backpack with water bottles and doing pull-ups and push-ups and things like that. It's very creative.
Yeah. Man, he's motivated, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Maybe he just does it, though, for 30 seconds while he's doing the Instagram video, you know, all for the gram. And then as soon as he's done the video, he's just sat back on his couch watching Netflix or something.
That's pretty much how my entire life works. That's how people think I'm active. You said actually really comfortable in the PTO rankings for the Collins Cup and so on. Are you bummed out that that's not happening?
Oh, yeah, I was disappointed that wasn't happening. I was really looking forward to that. And I was also going to do South Africa after New Zealand just to make sure that I, like, sealed it, you know, and got like, banked enough points to go there. I was really looking forward to that. So that's a bit disappointing. But I kind of saw it happening, you know, when I got back from New Zealand. I kind of got back when it just kind of started kicking off in Europe. But it got so bad so quickly, didn't it? Like, I think within the space of like 5 days of me getting back, like, you guys were under lockdown, or they were getting told they were going to lock down from Monday. So then the kind of writing was on the wall then with Italy under lockdown, you guys going into lockdown the week after I got back. I was like, this is going to spread everywhere. So I kind of was thinking it would be optimistic thinking, assuming that it's going to go ahead.
I was really looking forward to it. It's just another step in the right direction and like another cool initiative from the PTO. A lot has happened in the last couple of months. Like, what's your take on everything that's going on there?
Yeah, I think it looks great. Like their idea of getting big races like 4 or 5 times a year and getting all the top names there and trying to make almost like a Kona field regularly throughout the season, I think sounds awesome because that race, Kona, is so exciting where you've got people, you're kind of fighting until the bitter end for every position. And I think it would be awesome racing against the big names as many times as you can. Like I was hoping to do Challenge Roth this year, and that looked to be like a Kona field, like I think 6 of the top 10 males were there, the whole podium. And I was really looking forward to that. And I was like so motivated once I got back from New Zealand to train hard and like try and get a decent result there. So I'm really looking forward to what the PTO can do and hopefully get some quality fields, decent broadcasting as well.
Looking at the Collins Cup, did you take a little bit of a sneaky look at like who you could be up against? Like, did you have a look at the other team and like say like, oh, I want to race him?
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking it would be quite good to race Lionel, like because I think it could be quite a good race just because our like strengths and weaknesses are fairly similar. We're both like weaknesses as our swim. Both strong cyclists, and I thought that would be a really good race for me because I'd be in the race from it. So I was thinking he would be a great one, or Cam Worth. That would be quite funny. I'd quite like to race him. You could talk a load of to him as well, couldn't you, before the race as well? Just like because he's full of that with everyone else. So just give it a bit to him back. And then from the American team, maybe Starkey. I wouldn't mind racing Starkey. I think that would be quite good. Obviously, he'd gap me on the swim. I'd try and hold him like limit the losses on the bike. And then hopefully try and catch him on the run. That would be a good race for me. I'd quite like to race those guys.
I think we need to implement that. I'm totally seeing there a trash talk throwdown between you guys before the race.
He keeps calling me a pack rat.
Oh, well, there you go. It's on. It is on. Let's trash talk him right now.
Yeah.
Any trash talking happening throughout the race? Some friendly banter?
Quite often, depending on who it is. You kind of know whether or not you need to drop them and you don't want to be giving them trash talk because you need to kind of get a gap on them if you're on the bike. Or if there's someone who you think you can work with, you don't want to give them a load of shit and then try and get them to like try and help you on the bike because they're going to like put their fingers up at you and say to do one, aren't they?
We know who you would want to race, but is there anybody you'd be like, please don't seat me against him?
Not really, because Europe's the strongest nation, isn't it? So all the big guns are from Europe anyway.
Sorry. This is the time for dreaming and like thinking about what else I want to do and everything. Do you do any of that? Did you like put a list together? Are there any dream races you still want to do at some point? Scratch them off the bucket list.
Yeah, I'd like to do Alpe d'Huez at some point. Embrunman, because that was always quite a big one. And maybe Norseman at some point. But I bloody hate cold water.
So you want to do some of the tough ones, obviously.
Yeah, but I think like the flat ones aren't the ones that you really have as bucket list races, are you? I don't think anyone would have Ironman Texas as a bucket list race, would they? You ride down a motorway for like 180 Ks, like it's not exactly the most scenic.
Find exciting. Who's the funniest guy in the pro field?
God, from who he stirs up, probably Cam Worth. From who he stirs up.
But I think the real reason why you find Cam funny and why you like Cam is because you both are known for rather outstanding, ridiculous training sessions in between. Like, I wonder how many pros have done 325-kilometer rides in their life.
Yeah, not many. I did a 12-hour time trial last year and did 520 Ks in one day.
I believe you were on some sort of like record-setting pace or something there from the story I heard.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it would have been a record, but I took a wrong turn, so it didn't count as an official. But it was good fun though.
To do that 12 hours on a bike, you clearly must have the special skill to turn your head off, your brain off. Do you have any other special skills that we should know about?
Latte art. I'm really bad at that. But that's probably my best special skill. How
good is your baking?
My baking's actually pretty good. Now you say it. My girlfriend made me a birthday cake the other day, a raw food carrot cake, and I made her a raw food chocolate brownie with caramel sauce on the top, all made out of like nuts, dates, fresh stuff, but it tastes amazing, but it's real healthy. It's in the fridge now. I've got a little bit left. I can show you it if you want.
Oh, 100%.
All right.
Bring it on.
Stay there. I'll quickly get it.
I'm staying here.
Can you see it?
All right. Yes. Damn.
And you can see the chocolate and the caramel bit there. Chocolate base. It's got a double espresso in it as well, so it tastes like dark chocolate and coffee with a caramel caramel top on it.
With that, it's settled. You're officially in the bake-off, because by now we've created a bake-off between Ellie Salthouse and Laura Phillip.
I'll take them. I'll have it. Tell them to bring it. They'll need to bring their A game.
It's on.
Tell them not to get too upset though if I embarrass them.
No, absolutely not. We will let them know before that this will happen, obviously, so they can mentally prepare.
You should get Lionel Sanders in it, because then at least I won't finish last.